My dear Miss Staveley, how charming you look. I trust you're enjoying yourself.
Warn my mother that the Coast Guards are here. Get her through the door behind the paneling.
You caught me unawares. I was not expecting you until next week.
This week, next week, with what you make out of us, and you try and tell us you're short with your gold.
You shall have your gold. 5 guineas a man as usual. Only it'll have to be 2 now and 3 later.
We want 5 now, don't we? 5 we want. Right.
You filthy, ungrateful rabble. Who paid for your boat? Who made the connections? Where would you be if it were not for me?
There was someone who pays.
The ladyship's never let us down before. And it's right, we are 4 days early. It's a tidy living for all of us. Let's not spoil it. I say we take the 2 guineas now and the rest next week.
That's the best we can do.
Right down.
There's no right done by me. I'll have my 5 now.
Take your paw off me. And keep your distance. Your stench sickens me.
What do you say, lads?
Don't listen to him, he'll spoil everything. We're agreed, Rad.
The excisemen. They're upstairs. And soldiers.
Quickly, back to the boat.
Not till we get our 5 guineas.
Show you, you fool. There is no more.
Right, lads. We'll have that necklace then.
I will send word when I have the rest of your gold. See that that is removed. Stitch yourself together, girl. Have you never seen a wild boar speared before? Come. Let us rejoin our guests.
Move.
Mother, may I introduce Captain Jackson, who's searching the area for smugglers.
Lord, how exciting. Have you found any yet?
No, your ladyship. But we have had news of a fast boat in the area, and we wondered if we might search your shoreline.
Well, of course. Perhaps you would care to take a stroll through my guests. There are some desperate fellows among them.
That won't be necessary, your ladyship. Just the shoreline.
If you catch any, I want first sight of them. I hear they're vastly terrifying.
They're less terrifying after a touch of cold steel.
So I've heard.
Your ladyship.
Shoulder. Hi! Quick, march!
My dear, I've heard of many ways of running from a losing streak, but aren't you dramatizing, rather?
My breaking off our game had nothing to do with this military intrusion. You may recall I left some time before they arrived.
Indeed I do. It also occurs to me that the silk that my little fancy there is wearing so charmingly, and she seems to have had rather startling experience recently, that silk could have come only from Paris. As indeed could this.
Unhand me, sir. You are too sharp.
Good gracious, no, Harriet, you know me, dim as a poor man's candle. No, I simply see the puzzle piecing together.
You do?
It's not something that preoccupies me. I should probably forget the whole thing were I to find myself united with the deliciously silken creature who's standing just behind us.
Your ladyship, I'm tired and would ask to be excused.
You may go.
Harriet, my dear, I have a proposition for you.
What is it? What's happened?
Come on, warrior, let us go.
My dear, how nice of you to visit me. Do you know, I saw you the first night through the door from the turret room. There hasn't been anybody there for a long, long time. Who are you?
Well, my name's Serena Staverley, and I fear my story is a bit of a strange one. I was won in a wager by the Lord Vulcan.
By the Lord Vulcan? You were really? Oh, what a rogue the fellow must be.
I heard voices, my Lord Vulcan.
It's all right, Stanton. We have a charming guest. Get some tea, there's a good fellow.
Just so, my lord.
Poor Stanton. He knows nobody should be here. He probably thinks you came down the chimney.
But he called you the Lord Vulcan. That means Justin isn't the real Lord, is he? You are.
No, no, no. I am dead. Ah, yes. It's the old story. Extravagant younger wife, ruins, quiet, scholastic, older husband. Well, Harriet eventually bankrupted my whole family with her gambling. But there was a huge fortune waiting in trust for my son Justin on my death. So we waited until he went on the grand tour of Europe, and then I died. And he became Lord Vulcan and a very rich man. The family was saved, and I retired down here.
That's dreadful.
Oh, for poor Justin, not for me. You see, my dear, I've always been a scholar. So here I could complete my life's work, which was the history of Mandrake, from the very beginning until the present day.
But why poor, Justin?
My son is the most honorable man I know. When he found out what had happened, he was like a crazy man. And then he realized there was nothing he could do about it without disgracing both me and his mother, so finally he accepted it, but it changed him. He used to be such a laughing, open, joyous young man. He became embittered, cynical. He was like a locked door, detesting the fact that he was living a lie.
A locked door.
Oh, dear, you know, I shouldn't really be telling you all this. Except you'd already guessed the important part, and I'm still vulnerable to a pretty face. You do realize I put myself in your hands.
They're safe hands.
Do you love my son?
No.
Mm-hmm. And does he love you?
Why should he?
Oh, what I would give to be in his shoes.
I didn't mind the occasional case of brandy. Everyone does that.
'Twas only occasional, I swear.
Stop lying to me. I know everything. You're now running a huge criminal conspiracy.
What an exaggeration.
I've let you use me. I've always detested gambling. Yet I've allowed myself to gain a cruel and sinister reputation by using my good luck against any fool who'd take me on. I thought the money was going on Mandrake. Oh, I knew you were squandering
The
some of it.
merest amount.
I didn't mind that too much. But now I find that what it was really for was to finance crime, to pay for the contraband you brought in from France. How much did you make for it in London? Double? Triple? Still, it's not enough, is it? It's not enough for you. My money, your gambling, the smuggling, it's not enough. You want more, more, more. You're insane with greed. You disgust me. It's got to stop. For the honor of the family, it's going to stop.
And if I refuse?
I shall have the underground caverns and the passages from the sea blocked up.
You could not do that to Mandrake. It's been part of the house for centuries.
I will do it.
And have you considered what I will do? I would reveal your father is still alive, and that you are an imposter. It will bring the world crashing about your ears.
You've used that threat once too often, Mother. I'm close to the point where you may tell and be damned. Try me. You will obey me. It stops here.
Where's Justin? He was supposed to be joining us.
He'll not be long. He's on Thunderbolt, his new stallion. Fearsome brute. Only Justin can ride him.
Oh, that's so like Justin. I think Nicholas has a fine seat on a horse, too. Oh, Nicholas rides well enough, but not like Justin.
Thank you kindly, madam.
I overheard a curious exchange between Harriet and Lord Rutan. He was guaranteeing her 10,000 guineas on delivery of the goods. They seem to be looking in your direction. It's probably one of their gambling plots. Heavens! What a magnificent beast! He and Justin go so well together.
My apologies for keeping you waiting.